yeah, you can get a shout out like Kings and some random 366 asked a question. Yeah, I want to ask you if you could transform into anything, what would it be? And of course on Tumblr, I just put I already did that, and then they put I meant vehicle, silly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like your own creative character. If you've got any thought of a character like you'd like to be, or a character that you'd like made in the Transformers, kind of like just the lore, your own personal lore. Like they have it in other fandoms, own created character, however you say it. Yeah. Have you ever put any thought to this yourself, my friend?
Well, I mean, no. But
Mm-hmm.
because I always just, well, I mean, I was around when Transformers was on TV, like for the first time. So I mean, like I was always just relating to the characters that existed. I never thought, I could be a robot, or yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if I could be a robot, I would be a.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it was,
I thought that at such a young age. I always thought like I want to be a transformer, and I want to be like not human, and I want to be a robot. 3 years old, I remember thinking that.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, well, it was a
I had a
different
lot.
time,
Yeah, I had a lot of escapisms in my brain because I didn't want to be who I was. So I was always thinking about like creating a character or always being someone I wasn't, because then I wasn't me.
Right. I mean, I suppose like I when I was a kid, I was forced into being what I didn't want to be. So
Yeah, different
like
time.
it was
I
being.
was too, but this escapism for me was this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, but I mean, my escapism didn't go to robot. Like I wasn't thinking I wish I could be a robot,
Mm,
like
mm,
no, it just didn't happen.
That's
Like it
crazy.
was. Yeah,
It's an
no.
everyday thought for me.
Yeah, well,
Alien robot. I want to be a dinosaur. Yeah,
yeah, see, I mean, I
yeah.
was it
I want to
was.
be a Ninja Turtle. I want to be an iguana. That was most of my days when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean it was tough enough just being me. So I mean
Uh-huh.
like it
Uh-huh.
was to my escapism was always like, I just wished wasn't here being forced to be me, right? So I mean like trying to, but I mean like I never like thought, I wish I was a robot, or I wish I was a different, like on a certain TV show. I mean it
I thought
always.
stuff like that constantly.
I
Yeah,
mean
like, it's crazy, but
I
I
mean
mean, I get it. But
it got to the point. I mean, like, sure, like I wished I was like living in the time of Star Trek or whatever. So it's like, because mankind had progressed to the point where, we weren't petty idiots and stuff like that. But I mean, that's just being in a different era, in a, certain, a different kind of mindset kind of scenario where it's like,
mhm,
sure, we're in space, but everyone's just nice,
mhm.
like it was. But I mean, if I had to be some kind of
Yeah,
like,
Transformer.
yeah,
Would
I
you be
always,
Decepticon or Autobot right off the bat? What faction are you
well,
choosing?
my favorites were always the Decepticons. And I mean, like, I loved Starscream when I was a kid, even though now I know he's a punk. I would be a Jet, because I mean, like, I always, like, even like from my Ace Combat video game loving days, like Jet Fighter was always the kind of thing that I loved the most. So I mean, like, that's what I would be,
Some sort of
because
jet, yeah.
yeah, some kind of Jet. And I mean, like,
Color.
um jeez, I
And
never.
regular Transformer, like you're not a headmaster, you're not a target master, you're just a straight up like G1
Yeah, straight up G1, like,
show
yeah,
style
yeah,
act.
show style. I never thought. Like, I mean, this is the thing.
Seeker
Like,
though, or what? Like, are we talking your different colored Seeker or
well, I mean, I wouldn't complain about that,
nice?
but just because, I always loved that. Like, that was the thing that drew me into Starscream and the Seekers, is that they were just a jet. They were just an Earth, jet.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. Like, that was the kind of thing I could relate to, that for some reason. Like, I like that. And then, like I said, I don't know whether that's why I enjoyed the Ace Combat video game so much, because it's like, oh, I'm in a jet now. I am a jet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a jet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always like, it was my favorite figure when I was a kid, was my Starscream, because it was a jet. I still remember like having it in jet mode most of the time, because the bot mode sucked. So like it was just like, that's always what I didn't relate to it, but like that's what if I could have been anything, that's what I'd want to be.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I feel like I did hear you say that to me once before for some reason. I don't know how it came up, but I remember you saying that you'd be a seeker some way months ago, like half a year ago or something. I'm getting mad deja vu. But yeah, no, I get it. But you got to give me like what? Any other special detail? Like, do you have a mouth plate, or any color you can throw in there?
Any color. I mean, that's the thing, is that like I mean, like it wouldn't. It doesn't really matter. I mean, this is the thing. Like, it doesn't matter, because the color only designates the different Seekers on TV for everybody, right? Like, so that you can tell them apart,
Yeah,
right?
but if someone was drawing fan fiction of this, they'd need a color.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter if it's already taken, because you could put the placement different with different designs anyway. So, but you don't have to get into that detail. You don't have to say it's like, but it's just like any color in general-ish, or.
Well, I mean, probably dark blue. Like some kind of blue,
deep navy blue.
Yeah, well, yeah, something like that. Like something. I know probably there's pictures of some kind of.
There's some in that, but like Thundercracker's like the light one. There's another darker one, but there's
Yeah, I mean, just kind of like that. I mean, I never. I mean, if I had like a black and white picture that I could, digibash into what I'd look like, I'd probably, I'd think about it more. But I'd like I said, I never really thought about it. Like, if anything, I was just pretending that I was Starscream, because like, he was crazy, and was like, no one ever listened to him, and it's that's what I related to when I was a kid. So like,
well, that's the thing about Starscream. He actually wasn't that much of like not being able to get things is done. Like when Megatron was pushed to the side a lot in the G1 show, I've noticed and watched lately, like he actually almost killed them multiple times, but then like Megatron kind of messes it up or interferes so that it's like some sort of like he interferes, and then like because Megatron, it seems like he wants to perpetuate the craziness of it. Like he wants them to be stuck in this cycle of war and abuse, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Starscream looks for a solution. Megatron looks for
like a way to continue it, though. Like,
yeah. He wants,
doesn't want it to end.
Yeah.
I'm sending you all the Seeker pick colors right now.
Yeah, I mean, like
there's a dozen. There's some dark blues in there, but yeah, you'll see.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Yeah, no kidding.
But there's not really that many dark blues. Like you could have like red. That guy kind of has red on him, but like you could have like a couple little different designs, or like white legs or something, right?
Right. I mean, like
that teal guy.
Like it always like the Coneheads always weirded me out as far as their bot mode was concerned. Like I always liked the regular Seeker like.
Yeah, I liked the Coneheads more as a kid, because I thought they were like kind of like silly looking though.
No, as a kid, I did like the Coneheads, like as far as like a aesthetic. Cartoon character, the aesthetic, but like the proper like Seeker jet is like, that's the kind of the thing that
like the sleek regular jet head.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't. I wouldn't be able to choose. Like, this is the thing. Like, it's just.
Well,
It's so like there's so many.
You get the nitty gritty details when they like draw it out, but I mean, like we got a vague thing, like a dark blue regular type for Seeker, right?
Yeah, and that could change. I mean, like some of these are way better than what I'm even thinking. Like so. It's just off the top of my head, I was thinking blue, but like, because that's for me, that's my color. So it's like, but I wouldn't say no to a turquoise guy or that one at the bottom, the ice scream one at the bottom with the
Yeah.
light blue and purple little kind of
Yeah, Ice Cream's
canopy. Yeah, I mean, like, kind of like that.
Fresh Maker above them, I like too, with all the white with the teal legs.
With the teal legs, yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, like, it's
bubblegum pink cone head.
Yeah, I mean, it's well, I mean, if you'd asked me a year ago, bubblegum would have been the one that I picked, but
yeah,
but
I like the other more.
I've matured a bit since then,
and more character,
progressed in my what I'm like now. So I mean, like, but as far as, like, I don't know, like, I've never thirsted for power, so it's not like I would be a Starscream type of person.
No, you'd be a pessimist or whatever.
Yeah, I'd just be doing my job and probably getting something done on the down low somewhere. Yeah, complaining, getting something done on the down low. Maybe, have some kind of side hustle where I may or may not be stealing things and selling them. But, not that I would ever do that in real life, but, like, it's, that kind of thing. Because, you kind of have to, if you're part of a regime. Yeah, if you're part of a regime, you've got to kind of, smile and get along with it, even though you may not agree with it 100%,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I like it. That's really cool. This awesome topic too. I mean, it's different, right? That's why I like these topics from the audience, just something different, another question, another thing we wouldn't really think of or necessarily, like, I've thought of it, but it's just like, but it forces it to be happening, we're going to do it now because someone mentioned it, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think for me, like, I've kind of, like, toned this down. Like, I've always said, at first, I think I answered this question like a year ago, and I said I'd want to be like kind of like a light blue Subaru Decepticon, just Transformer girl, the girl Transformer, but a Subaru, but like they always say Subaru's a lesbian car, but I want to be like, just like your cliche, like, kind of blue Subaru, maybe just a little more feminized, like a little bit of the lighter blue, something like off what's her name, the Slipstream, like Slipstream's, like, she's got that really feminine light blue on her. So that blue. But the thing that I was gonna do now is, like, yes, I still want that, but I was thinking, like that girl I like from Minerva, like from God Master Force, like, I have that red Minerva, that character, she's the blonde girl in that Autobot suit that's red, because she's like the headmaster of her car that turns into that police car that I have, the Nightbeat that we already talked about.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be like, I'd like to be me, like, in that robot suit, like Danny with the dark, instead with the blue suit with the dark hair, and then I turn into the head of the car, just like how she does. So I'm like a headmaster human person, right? Because then, like, I thought if I had, like, because it gives me so many options. If I had someone make that as like an art or whatever, like, I'd have the cool me as in the robot suit, the kind of cute anime style, and then, like, I'd also, like, then I transform into the robot, and I also have like the robot character where I'm like in a full robot mode.
Right.
And I just thought that would be a cool blend because it's like adds more to the dynamic to it,
Yeah.
So just being the Transformer car girl, it's like, okay, I'm also like the little human headmaster, and then I turn into the head of the vehicle.
Well, I mean, you've thought this out.
Yeah, well, I just expanded on it, Like, I just, like, like it said, like, you're just saying this stuff for the first time. Like, I've been thinking this off and on, like, because I think, like, if I could, like, I always think, like, if I could be a Transformer, if I could get some art done by someone, then I'd have someone, get some, like, character design, have that up on the channel, or something on the header,
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Multiple things. I've seen people do really good jobs of this stuff too. But just it's hard finding, like, artists, and hard to find people online if, like, you're what I'm gonna pay, like, because I know this stuff can cost a lot of money. It's like you're gonna fork out all that money,
right? Yeah.
To, like, and then not, fork out all that money, and then like, someone rips you off or something. Not saying they would, but you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's just I've kind of switched though. I feel like I kind of like I said, I feel like personally, it would be not me as the character if it was a Decepticon. Like, I think it personally would have to switch a little to the Autobot side, just because, like, at the end of the day, like, my heart is just too, I know it sounds so cheesy, but, like, too good. Like, I can't do too bad of things, I don't think.
Yeah.
To other people or other robots, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have to really kind of nail that down, because, like, yeah, you can make him more stylish and kind of, like, tougher as a Decepticon, but
Yeah.
but yeah. So, like, this girl, I'll just send you the picture. Like, if I had that, but, like, a bluer suit, you know, all in blue.
That would be, yeah.
And then, so that's me with the dark hair, right? And then, like, a blue suit or whatever. And then, yeah, this would be, like, my robot mode. But it would, instead of being that ambulance or whatever, it'd be, like, a Subaru or something, right? Like a blue. I turn into the head. Then that way I have both character designs of me in the little cute robot suit, plus I'm a robot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Hooray!
But yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I mean, yeah, it's funny. We pick the most common things. I'm a car, you're a plane.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is, right? That you like planes, I don't mind that. You know, I never thought I really want to be a car, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'm sure if I thought about it more, and if I had to produce some kind of fan art about what Transformer I would be, I might come up with something completely different. But
what if you had to be a Beast Wars character? Would you be? What animal would you be? I guess I'd be a dolphin.
Yeah, that's great. Oh God, what would I be? What kind of crazy
animal?
Oh God. This is the thing. You're springing this on me,
and it's like, too much. An animal just to pin out like that is insane.
I mean, it would probably have to be something that flew, just because, you know, the freedom of flying always, like, it's one of those things where it's like you can achieve much more in the air than you can stuck on the ground, you know, like if I was gonna
dolphin stuck on the ground just flopping around.
Well, this is the thing, like, what do you know, I don't know what you're going to be achieving in the ocean as a robot dolphin. Like, I'm not sure there's a lot of problems under the ocean, you know, in the depths of the ocean that a robot dolphin's going to solve. But like
oil leak.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess there's that, but, you know, I don't know, probably Christ, I don't know. A crow.
A crow. That would suit you.
Yeah, you know,
raven, like a bigger crow.
Yeah, exactly. Something that, you know, is clever, that
yeah,
you know, can figure out you know, ways around things, that kind of like uses people to get what it wants, you know, like follows people until that give them food, and, you know, just you know, possibly the worst case scenario. That's what I'd be, and it'd be easy to, you know, paint because it's all black, so you know, it's probably something like that.
Yeah, I know that's sprung up, but it just, yeah. But yeah, like you said, he had more time. Like, I've had time to come up with this character. And yeah, the more and more I come up with it, the more I like it. And it's just like, I love to see it come to life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just gotta find the right artists. I need my own, original character. I think it's just OC or something, right? Transformers original character.
Yeah. That's what you need. You need somebody to produce that for you, and then to give you the rights to the picture without you having to pay for it. So
yeah, well, you just pay a one-time thing for it, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you might be able to get around doing that if people are just going to donate it to you and say that you can have it, right? And I mean, like,
yeah, I still want to pay for it though, because like I don't mind paying for a lot of artists. They do sets or commissions for, like, you know, they'll do like a couple poses, a couple maybe emojis that you can add in somewhere, and then you just pay them like $1,000 or a couple more, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Send in your resumes to care of this channel.
Yeah. No, I know. It's like I said, it's hard though. Like I know people like that's why I've always wanted to work with someone like in my city because it's just like, you kind of like can meet them, you can make a deal, right? Like there's like they could like give you like information, you can find them if stuff doesn't work out, right? It's
Yeah,
just like hard to trust people. I know there's good people out there, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Because I'm talking, I want professional stuff as the channel grows like that. And like,
yeah,
I'm not like, I don't mind forking out the money for that. It just has to be like, has to get done and like make sure I get what I want.
exactly. Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, thank you for everyone for listening. Hopefully answered your question good enough. And yeah, it was a fun question. Like I said, I'll put more posts out if you have more questions for us. But yeah, thanks for checking this podcast out. If you're just listening to the audio podcast, thanks for joining us for this whole podcast. Check out the other clips, Transformers news, intro, more podcasts in the mix, tons of stuff in the lineup, and yeah, other reviews and just trying to have some fun here. But yeah, and if you got anything else to say, we can get on our way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're good?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us as per usual. Take care. Stay strong. Stay safe. Stay positive. And we'll catch you on that flip side, y'all.